So hey everyone and welcome to the Spotlight. In this video, I'm going to be putting my spotlight on why all aerospace firms should be private. So this channel is everything related to space. So if it's your kind of thing, be sure to subscribe. Well, most of us know about NASA, right? Even people who are not interested in space know about NASA. But only a small percentage of them know about SpaceX. Now you must say, hey, everyone knows about SpaceX. Bruh. Just check out the place where I live. Well, it has been a very old dogma that space and government agencies go hand in hand. After all, the first private agency to put anything into orbit was SpaceX. And that wasn't very long ago, was it? But since then, private agencies have been sprouting everywhere and we are seeing innovations. And companies like Rocket Lab and Firefly Aerospace and stuff have been making a difference. Well, but have you noticed something about these private agencies? They have developed so much. And this kind of progress by NASA would have been almost impossible. Just look at SpaceX and their first stage landing, they've mastered it. But for NASA, I guess it would have taken a long time. It would have been cancelled, delayed in the budget. It would just have been a long project. SpaceX is a private organization and cutting down prices and making profit is key to the survival. Governments don't need to compete amongst each other for competitive prices, right? We need to democratize space, and this can only happen with private agencies, not with governments. The launch cost of the space shuttle was almost $1 billion, and that was after it was refurbishable. But the cost per launch of the Falcon 9 is only $56.5 million. And that is even less for even smaller payloads because the first stage is reusable. Where you see a big difference, don't you? That is because of the private sector and its competitive nature. But there's even more to it. Well, there's another problem. Governments change. And with the change in governments comes change in policies. And some may support space and some may not support space, and therefore there is no stability. NASA has suffered a lot due to this. They have their projects cancelled, delayed, their budgets cut, which later led them to being cancelled. Yeah, and there's one more thing. Money. Well, now you would say it's the private agencies which lack it. Nope. It's the other way around. Let me explain. Yeah, government agencies do work on tight budgets. NASA had an annual budget of only $7 billion and recently had an increase of $1.5 billion for the Artemis program for going to the moon, right? As for the private agencies, let's take SpaceX. SpaceX's CEO and practically everything, Elon Musk, has a net worth of $21 million. And even if he allocates half of it, they already have more money than NASA. As for Blue Origin, and its CEO and founder Jeff Bezos has a net worth of $150 billion. So Blue Origin, yeah, it's been taken pretty care of. Well, there's one more thing. The policymakers. The people who set the agenda for these government organizations are politicians. They have politics to take care of and don't really understand space. And the agendas which they set need to satisfy people who can also hate space. So yeah, it's pretty tough. This was seen in the designing of the space shuttle. Some politicians wanted it to be refurbishable, some wanted it to be able to service the ISS space station, and the Air Force wanted it to deliver its satellites. But as for the private agencies, the policies are designed by people who actually understand space. And as for the designing of the Starship, they already had a pretty clear goal. It needed to be able to go to Mars. And there we are with the first tethered hop. And NASA would have taken a long time for this. I bet. So guys, that's all for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, then like this video, subscribe, leave a comment on anything you think private agencies are better or the government agencies are better and why they are better. Please leave them down in the comments. And check out my Patreon page, link in the description if you want to lend out some support. And also check out the merch, it is in the description below. It's some really cool stuff and it helps me a lot. And tell about me to all your friends, and I will be covering some more exciting launches. I'll be live streaming them whenever I have time, and they are very amazing launches. If they are like Falcon Heavy level launches, I'll stream them anyways. Just believe me. If I'm not in school.